Hi, my name is Achma, licensed realtor in Sterling, Virginia. In this video, I'm going to answer frequently asked questions homeowners have when they're getting ready to sell their house. Should I upgrade my roof? If I do that, would I be able to sell it faster for more money? What's the ROI? So in this video, I'm going to give you exact advice that I give to my own clients. I'm going to answer these 5 specific questions. Should I replace my roof? What if my roof was inspected and passed, but it's old? Should I disclose my roof's age even if there's no issues? Is it better to give buyers a credit instead of replacing it myself? And then the 5th question is, what if only part of the roof needs work? Okay, let's answer the first question. Should I replace my roof? This question really depends on the condition of your house. So let's define the condition of the house. I'm going to categorize it into 5 sections, 5 levels. Level 1, it's a fixer-upper house. Level 2, it's somewhere in between fixer-upper and move-in ready. The level 3 is move-in ready. Level 4 is well-maintained house. Level 5 is somewhat recently renovated or new-ish house. Let's define move-in ready real quick just to be on the same page. Move-in ready house is a house that all the major components, systems of the house, they're all working properly. For example, the roof is not leaking. All the windows and exterior doors, they keep the outside elements out. The heat, the cold, the snow, the rain, the wind. And it opens and closes properly. The HVAC system works properly. In the winter, your house is nice and warm. In the summer, your house is nice and cool. And all the major plumbing systems work. When you flush the toilet, when you use the sink, all the it drains properly. They all drain properly. No gurgling, nothing. When you close the faucet, it doesn't drip. All the appliances in your kitchen, they all work. When you wash your clothes, the washer washes your clothes, the dryer dries your clothes. And if you have a basement, there's no water issues, no flooding, no seeping water, no cracked foundation, and no major aesthetic issues. You can have quite old kitchen, old bathrooms, but as long as everything is functioning, it's move-in ready house. So that's the technical definition of move-in ready condition. Buyers may have a bit different expectations, but technically the move-in ready house is exactly what I just described. Let's answer the first question. Should I replace my roof? If you have a fixer-upper, my answer is no, because fixer-upper house attracts investors, DIYers, somebody who wants to do the work themselves. They're looking for a bargain. In fact, if you actually replace the roof for a fixer-upper house, you may be eliminating some buyer pools who wants to do it themselves, who wants to choose the color of the roof, the material of the roof, the quality of the installation. Or maybe someone who's thinking about demoing it and building a new house on that lot. For level 2, where it's between fixer-upper and move-in ready, if level 2 house has 1 or 2 major functions of the house not working properly, and one of them is your roof is leaking, then I would say, yes, go ahead and replace the roof. But if the roof is not leaking, and you have a few either minor things or a couple of major things that you need to fix to bring your house to move-in ready, then do those things. For level 3, if you have move-in ready condition house and your roof has just recently been compromised, maybe there's been a major storm or hail or something that happened, maybe you have multiple patches, and your roof is fairly old, let's say 30 plus years old, then I would lean towards saying yes in most market conditions. If it's buyer's market, yes. If it's somewhere in between buyer's and seller's market, yes. If it's seller's market, maybe yes. It really depends on your preference at that point. But if it's somewhere in between or buyer's market, definitely yes, I recommend that. And the reason why I recommend that is twofold. One is it has a pretty good ROI, 1-to-1 or maybe even more. For example, here in Northern Virginia, let's say you have a medium-sized house, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, or 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and your house is fairly simple house with simple geometry. It might cost you anywhere between $10,000 and $15,000 to get brand new, high quality roof. Okay, and let's say with the current roof, you can sell your house for, let's say, $750,000. With the new roof, you can easily sell for $760,000, $770,000, maybe even more. And the second reason is you can probably sell faster with new roof, because when buyers pull up in front of your house and they come out of the car and they look at your house, the new roof gives a really nice first impression. It's aesthetically pleasing to look at. And first impressions are very important. A house with a brand new shingles look like a good-looking person with a nice haircut and nice makeup. I'm not talking about myself. I don't put on makeup. I didn't get a haircut. But you know what I mean. And it's not just aesthetical though. It's also functional. Roof is big part of the functional component of house. It protects the house from the natural environment, the rain, the snow, the whatever is coming down from up above. So it gives buyers peace of mind. And that's a huge bonus for buyers. When they move in, they don't have to worry about roof leaking. They can live there for many years without any worries about the roof. And if you find good quality, well, not if you find, and you should find a good quality contractor who's going to give you warranty that will transfer to the buyers. And you have to advertise that transferable warranty in your listing. And that's going to be even more bonus for the buyers. And another bonus for the buyers is when they get quotes for insurance. Insurance companies love houses with new roof because it's less risk for them. So the buyers have easier time finding insurance, maybe even get discounts on their insurance because you have a brand new roof. Let's talk about what makes good quality roof replacement. The contractor who replaces your roof and has a high ethical standards, they will provide good quality materials, some sort of architectural shingles. They will demolish and remove all the existing shingles. Sometimes they find 2 layers of shingles, maybe even 3 layers of shingles. They will remove all of that. They will remove the underlayment, and they will inspect the wood paneling below the underlayment and replace the ones that are rotten. And then they would put new underlayment and new high quality shingles. And they will remove all the debris on the ground, including the nails. Okay, so that's good quality roofing contractor who's doing a good job. Here in Northern Virginia, I tell my clients at least interview 3 contractors. At least 3 contractors, and make sure one of them is Augustine Roofing. And I'm not affiliated or associated with Augustine Roofing. And my contact is Johnny. I can leave his phone number in the description below if you in Northern Virginia who's looking for a roofing contractor. And don't be surprised if you get one of the quotes as $30,000. These outliers do exist. And good quality contractors give you a good deal, not because they cut corners, because they work efficiently, because they're experienced. They work like well-oiled engine. All right, let me answer the second question. I got my roof inspected and it passed, no leaks, but I have an older roof. Should I replace it? If you have level 2 roofing, I would say no, because it's better off to spend energy and time and money for things that are non-functioning. And if your roof is not leaking, it's functioning. And if your house is not quite move-in ready, work on the items that's going to move that needle towards move-in ready, because then you're spending your money wisely. And if you have a move-in ready house and your roof is not leaking, but it's older roof, no problem. You still have move-in ready house. So no to that. Unless it's kind of extreme buyer's market, then I would say, okay, maybe you should replace your roof. And oh, by the way, I forgot to answer the same question for level 4 and 5 for whether or not you should replace your roof. And the reason why I didn't even answer is because that question doesn't even come up for well-maintained house or for newer house or newly remodeled house. It's been already taken care of. And for the second question, when the roof is not leaking, should I replace? The well-maintained house and the above levels usually have new-ish roofs, so it doesn't quite apply there. Question number 3 was, should I disclose the roof age, even if it was old? My answer is always yes. Disclose, disclose, disclose. It builds trust. Even if your roof is old, disclose it. Even if you patched up your roof because of whatever storm that happened some years ago, and you patched it up and you monitored it and it doesn't leak anymore, but maybe there's still some stain in the rafter that you had leak at some point in the past, go ahead and disclose that information. Question number 4 was, should I give credit to the buyers instead of doing the roof replacement myself? My preference is to go ahead and replace the roof yourself if you're able to find high quality contractors who's going to give you a good deal to do the roof replacement, rather than offering buyer certain money. Because from the buyer's perspective, it's a lot of hurdles to go through. They have to find a contractor, they have to manage this project, they have to, who knows how much it's actually going to be. Is this money even enough? The money that you're offering, is it even enough? If the question came up after somebody gave you an offer and you accepted the offer, and then they said, can you please give me credit, that's a little bit different. If the buyer requested credit and you're thinking, well, should I give them credit or should I replace the roofing? I would say, go ahead, give them the credit. If they want to do it, let them do it. And the best way, if you're leaning towards just giving them the credit, the best way to do it is go ahead, find 3 or 4 contractors, get quotes, and share the quotes with the buyer, and then say, based on these quotes, this is the amount that I would like to credit you for. So you have some control over your negotiation. Question number 5 was, what if only part of my roof needs work? My question would be, which part of the roof? Is it going to be on the street side where it's going to be part of the first impression? Then it depends on how many patches there are. It depends on whether you can find close enough match where it's not going to be too obvious. Of course, it's really hard to match roofing material if your roof is older, because the sun, the rain, everything kind of deteriorates your roof. And when even if you find exact matching roof with the original one, the color will still show, still a bit different. And if the patches are very obvious, then it has the opposite effect. Instead of looking at the roof going, ooh, this gives me peace of mind, it actually does the opposite. They look at the patched up roof and they go, ooh, patched up roof. oh, is it gonna start leaking? Is there any other area on the roof that needs more patching? So yeah, it really depends on what's the extent of the patches, where is the patch located, and if it's on the front side of the house, I would lean towards just replacing the roof. If it's on the back side and if it's few, then patch it up and disclose that information. And in general, think about these 5 levels. Which level does your house fit in? And replacing your roof may or may not be the solution. It really depends on which category you're in. Just because replacing roof is going to give you the highest ROI doesn't mean every homeowner should replace their roof. The key is whichever level your house is in, think about bringing it to the next level. What are the things that needs to be done to bring it to the next level? Not necessarily replacing the roof. If you're in a fixer-upper condition at level 1, it's probably going to be really hard to bring it to level 2. So the best thing to do in that scenario is don't just give it to the first 2 or 3 people who knock on your door to buy it with cash. Put it on the market and let the market decide what your house is worth. If you have level 2 condition, bring it to level 3, move-in ready condition. It's going to sell for more money and faster because there are more buyer pool who's looking for move-in ready condition house. And if you have move-in ready condition house, bring it to well-maintained house. If you know somebody who will find this information useful, please do them a favor and share this video. Thanks for watching. I'm Achma, Realtor in Sterling, Virginia, your guide to maximize the value of your house. Bye.